want to thank you for coming to camp. My name is Thad Johnson with ABC, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at your video here today. We're going to start with your balance position, and actually we'll go from the beginning, because just before you get into balance, all right, we want to talk about to keep your foot, all right, flush with the rubber. And what I'm seeing right here is, and you'll see where this creates a problem a little bit later in delivery. Your foot right here, your heel, your back heel, okay, is a slightly tilted, okay, to the I guess it'd be pointed towards the right-handed batter's box. Your back foot is pointed towards that right-handed batter's box, and you want it to be flush with that rubber. Everything wants to work in a straight line. You know, those two lines right there should be parallel with each other, which means that heel would be butted up against that rubber. All right, so that's one thing. That just takes, you know, a little bit of awareness as you approach the rubber. You need to be in that same exact spot every single time you address the rubber. Okay, and what I want you to notice here, Christian, is on your initial takeoff, right here, you just start picking your foot up off the ground, and immediately, to me, it looks like you're leaning way back. Okay, I always tell guys when they lift, okay, they go into a leg lift, that their weight should be, okay, should be over the front of their foot. Okay, their head should be over their belly button, and yours is definitely, you're sitting back kind of on your heel a little bit. Okay, your up and down is okay. However, your side to side action looks like you're headed off towards the fence there behind you. So it's just one thing to consider: where is your weight when you lift to the balance position? Okay, and as we move forward, you see at this position, if you see the video is a little choppy here, but we get to this position right here, and your weight is way over, okay, way out in front of you. Your lower half is way out in front of you, where your head is pointed up, okay, with your hips, okay, excuse me, with your shoulders. Your hips are actually in a good position. I like to see tilted hips. Okay, it means that you're somewhat keeping that weight on that back side. However, when you tilt, okay, when you tilt your top half, what's going to happen is eventually you're going to have to level it out, and it's going to force your glove to go right into the ground. What you're going to do is you're going to pull everything directly into the ground. So let's go ahead, and if we erase this, as you make your way forward, continue to have those hips tilted, okay? But what we need to do is we need to just go ahead and you need to level off this top half. And your top half is going to be leveled off. Again, you want to focus on staying over your belly button. With your chin's going to be over your belly button, maybe slightly behind it, but it's definitely over. It's going to keep your weight forward on the balls of your feet. And the best way to work on this here, Christian, is just, again, you put yourself in that balanced position. You put yourself in front of a mirror, okay, and you just look at your body work as you lift your leg. You look at the difference in keeping your weight on your heels, keeping your weight on your balls of your feet. And as you break your hands and move forward, try to level out those shoulders. It's the best way to do it. You know, sometimes you're going to see this video here and you're going to see what your body looks like. But two, if you can really pay attention to it in the mirror, you start to make the adjustment. So now as we make our way towards home, and you stride out there, it appears, and we talked about your foot placement on that rubber, it appears that you are striding across your body a little bit. There's your line to home plate. You look at your foot, okay, and your spikes are, one, they're on the right side of the line, and then two, okay, your toe is pointed towards that right-handed batter's box. You're really going to close off your front side. Really going to be real tough for you to rotate your hips through to get to the front of the delivery. Okay, and at this point of foot strike also, I want to note, you know, if you take a look at your shoulders, okay, or excuse me, your whole front side, your whole top half, if you were to split your lower and your top, okay, your top half, you look like you're gonna fall over. If you're just gonna take a picture, it almost looks like you want to lay down on the ground right here. And you know, the best position to be in is, again, you know, your head should be over your belly button, and if it's not, you know, then your weight is back on your heels. So that's definitely something you need to correct. A great drill to do would be a one knee drill, where you basically put yourself in this position right here. You are with your top half, and you're going to go ahead and sink your right knee into the ground, keep your left leg bent as it is, and you work on rotating, okay, rotating the top half of your delivery on your throws. And if your weight is left to center as you rotate and throw, you're going to fall over. And it's a great immediate feedback drill that you can do with, you know, you can do it against a wall, you can do it with a partner. Basically what you do is you just rotate. You rotate through to the release to this position right here, and if you're in this position on with your feet in line just on a knee, what you're going to find is that weight, because if you pay attention to your glove right here, your glove is way down into the ground. As I said, you know, you start getting that upper half tilted. You're going to have to eventually level out, and it's going to force your front side to go directly into the ground, which it is. And if you're in a one knee drill, Christian, you're going to fall over. So it'd be a great drill for you to do. As we move on into the rotation release point of delivery, I want to note just the lack. You know, your arm really gets nice and clean through, but there's just a lack of finish. You just shut down your lower half. You know, this leg right here is just, it's straight, which is fine. It's flexed, but you know, your leg wants to flex off the rubber, but eventually that knee is going to bend, and it's going to want to kick up into the air into this. If your foot looks like this, okay, that means you're getting through the pitch with your lower half. And again, if you back up a little bit, just so I can repeat one thing I said about closing off your front side with your foot, okay, as opposed to having it closed off here. If we can go ahead and just get it pointed towards the target, you're going to find it a lot easier to use your lower half through the baseball. Okay, you're going to really have a good strong finish with the lower half. You're going to use more of your lower half, which is the biggest muscles on your body, and it's going to you're going to deliver a cleaner pitch. You probably find the velocity picks up a little bit. So if we back up just to review, okay, get to a balance point. First, you want to make sure your heel is flush with the rubber. 2, at the top of your delivery. You know, your hips are going to be tilted. However, the top half of your delivery is going to be nice and level, parallel to the ground. Head, your chin is going to be over your belly button. As you break your hands and make your way towards home plate, you're going to stay in line. You're going to keep your glove up towards your chest. Okay, so when you land, your glove is up. Okay, your chin is going to stay over your belly button, not over your heels. Your weight needs to get forward to the front of your feet. Your front foot needs to be pointed. Your toe needs to be pointed towards the catcher. All right, and as you rotate and throw, you got to keep your glove up. Okay, less throw with the body, more throw with just your arm and your hand. Your body's your base, and then your arm and your hand works independently. And once that body starts taking over the delivery, you're going to start having some issues with command, potential breakdown in your shoulder, your elbow area, because you're going to put a lot of undue stress on those 2 joints there. So, Christian, I want to thank you for coming to camp, and hope to see you out there again sometime soon.